Hey guys, and welcome to our review of Overlord, directed by Julius Avery, starring Jovan Adepo, Wyatt Russell, Pilo Asbeck, and Matilda Olivier. Yeah? You want to say something?
Pilo Asbeck.
Yeah.
Who's he?
Excuse me? You don't know who Pilo Asbeck is?
In this movie, I don't.
He was the Nazi officer.
Oh my god, I knew he looked
What's
familiar.
wrong with you? My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Phil Clark.
I knew that, man.
And Adam Franey. Overlord is the story of a squad of American soldiers who find horror behind enemy lines on the eve of D-Day. Phil, let's start with you. What do you think of Overlord?
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it.
This guy's bringing hot takes all day.
Didn't love it.
Really? Do tell. Explain.
I don't watch a lot of trailers. I try to have open minds when I go into movies. Show me what you got. I don't want to see like what you're trying to bring me in for.
Right.
Let me see what you got. This was advertised, I feel, like a very horror-heavy movie with action elements. I did.
Okay.
Horror-heavy action elements in it. This is a very action movie with some horror elements in it.
Right.
I felt like I was a little misled when I saw the trailer. Didn't want to see the trailer. Went to a movie, saw a trailer. It happens. It does happen.
You couldn't shut your eyes.
I was a little misled.
Really?
That's what you feel.
Horror's not my... I'm not a huge horror fan in general. Don't watch a lot of horror movies.
Suspiria and
Gonna be honest with you.
disagree.
Interesting that you would
Art
say
house horror and horror are... I
Mainstream
would argue
horror.
they're different.
Yeah.
That's what I like. You're right.
But it doesn't bode well when I'm watching your movie and it's supposed to be horror and I can go 3, 2, 1, jump scare and it pops up.
Right.
It's not a great...
I don't like that.
Not a great... if I'm grading you, that's not a plus. That's a little minus.
It's a minus?
Yeah.
Docking a star?
Did you like anything about it?
I kind of enjoyed... Not really. I'm gonna be not. I didn't really enjoy it. I mean, it was just like it was a movie. They shot people. They had to do stuff. There was group dynamic. I like the. I don't know what you would call him, but I guess the corporal of the group.
Wyatt Russell?
Wyatt Russell?
Wyatt Russell.
The Russell's son?
I thought he was very good. Well, I thought he was good as a leader. I don't know if I liked his character, but I thought he was good as a leader.
Right.
And I thought he rubbed off well on the protagonist.
Did you like the New Yorker wisecracking guy?
I've seen him in something, and I don't know his name, and I don't know what I saw him in, but I recognize him.
He's
I
a
was
stereotype.
Like, yeah. Immediately knew. Immediately. As soon as... Get this fucking kid out of my fucking... You fucking playing baseball. Get a fucking pool cue and $5 and we'll talk. I'm like,
Okay,
he's going to have to save him later in the movie.
Yeah.
And do anything he could to save this kid. He's like, you fucking kid, get the fuck in here. They're fucking shooting
Is he the new
at
Joe
you.
Pesci?
He may be, because like, I was like, he's going to have to like save him later in the movie. It was very standard. A lot of tropes. Just hit the beats.
Tropey.
I guess it was fine. Like, I guess I can't hate on it. I'm going to knock it a bit, because I literally, at one point in the movie, went 3, 2, 1, and there was a jump scare. I was like, okay.
Was it when he was walking up to the little hole in the wall?
It was.
Yeah, I mean
the first one.
That's
the first, but the first jump scare, I knew it was gonna be a double, because he's like creeping up to this door, and he opens the door, and there's a jump scare, and then he turns around, and there's another jump scare. I was like, I wasn't.
Double jump.
It startled me. Like the first one startled me. Then I was like, there's another one coming, and then the second one, I was like, not a big fan.
That's what
so you
didn't like it.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was
bad,
more action than I thought it was going to be, so I didn't mind that because I could just kind of watch it and enjoy the spectacle. The ending was great, I thought. There's a long take at the end that I like. There's an explosion at the end that I really liked. There were some good parts to it. I'm not saying it was all terrible. I just don't think I would put it on again.
Adam, what do you think about Overlord?
What do I think?
Do you like it? You dislike it? You're on the fence? You're thinking about it?
I personally liked it. I had a lot of fun with Overlord. Fun, grindhouse, B-movie style, campy, you know. It was what Planet Terror should have been, one might say, I thought. I thought it was a fun, pulpy, romp, if you will. I had a blast, I'd say, with Overlord. Cheesy, yes, but I think purposefully. The one-liners, like, at first I was like, oh, this is bad. But I was like, no, I see what they're going for. The New Yorker guy, fucking kid, doesn't know shit. He was brutal.
He was
like,
terrible.
fucking terrible. Even if it's supposed to be bad, no, he was just bad. Wyatt Russell, he was alright. He wasn't great.
I thought he was the most grounded character.
Well, every character is a trope. You know? Every single character is we've been there.
But it played in
like the sensitive protagonist, the fucking loner, been through the fucking trenches guy.
The fucking newbie photographer who's just there for the photos.
The token Jew,
Yeah, right.
The
Sweaty, shout out Tyler.
The token New Yorker, they're all there. We've seen them all in
the token beautiful foreigner.
Yeah, the beautiful French, French village person that shelters the soldiers.
The oppressive German.
That was a choice, though, I think. At first,
it was intentional. It was clear that it was
bad, but then I was like, this is.
They leaned into the cliches.
It's meant to be bad.
John
they
Avery?
leaned into the cliches. They went
What's
there
the
on purpose.
director's name? Joseph Avery?
Julius Avery.
I can see why he's signed on to do the Flash Gordon movie. I feel like that's the wheelhouse we're in here.
Yeah, he is. He did Son of a Gun with Ewan McGregor.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was his debut.
No.
Okay, I've actually heard that's good. I'm pretty sure it's A24. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
It must be good then. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. I thought that all the action beats were great, dare I say? Like that opening plane crash, plane sequence.
Yeah, you definitely felt like
awesome.
you were like in you're getting rattled in the plane.
Are you blazing me?
No, I'm not. Like it was like the sound.
Don't
the sound
blaze
was
me,
the
dude.
sound was good. I remember thinking like this is like loud.
Make sure you
and
never
heavy.
come on the show again.
Okay.
No.
I'm not with my opinions apparently.
I loved that. I loved where it went with the is it a spoiler? I don't know. It's not a spoiler.
No.
Like with the whole zombie
The body horror
thing, the body horror. I love the practical gore. Like there's some head exploding. There's some, talking corpses. It was George A. Romero-esque, I thought. George R. Romero? What did I say, George A? Is it George R or George A?
George A. Romero?
George A. Romero. George A. It just had like a 80s throwback feel that I really enjoyed. I thought the main kid from Fences was great. He was actually like a great performance. The others were like obviously campy and chewing on the scenery and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought there was some genuinely creepy shit too. That one experiment D.
Blood bag? That was
repulsive.
Right.
But I was talking about that one that was chasing the
right.
main girl.
Right.
Like absolutely disgusting.
Right.
And I don't know, I just had a blast with it. It's not like there's nothing to dissect. It's not a heady thinking movie.
It's pretty straightforward.
But it's very fun. And I love that it's original. Like shout outs to Bad Robot just making these original movies. And
yeah, I mean Call of Duty did it,
oof. Well,
Zombies.
it's not a movie, at least. And it's not an IP. I'm saying it's original IP.
Right.
I'll go support that. Yeah, I had fun with Overlord. I don't care what the title means. It doesn't
Project
mean.
Overlord.
Project Overlord.
The operation to attack Normandy, which was the whole premise, if you will.
Right.
Anyways.
No double meaning.
No double entendre.
Oh, they should have just called it World War II.
Right.
Action
Just call it
movie.
the Eve of D-Day. The night of D-Day. I don't know.
Action horror.
I'm gonna jump in. Who do I agree with?
Who do I eviscerate?
Who do I?
Bayonet.
I really like this movie.
Yeah,
Oh, for
fuck
2
you,
today.
Phil.
Brick.
How fucked is that?
Brick.
Brick. You know what?
Keep
I wrote down here straightforward. You know, and
Yeah.
it's very straightforward, very cliche,
On the nose.
and yet I enjoyed the ride. You know, it did feel very 80s, and I thought it was interesting that Wyatt Russell's in it. I'm thinking it's kind of like a little bit like The Thing, like Carpenter kind of like level of film. You know
Escape
how
from
it's
New York.
there's a very straightforward plot, right? Get to the church, blow up the tower, whatever, right? Just get there.
Not trying to be anything it's not.
That's it. You know, they
Streamlined.
evade the enemies and get to the tower and blow it up. Very straightforward,
Not
right?
2.5 hours. It's an hour and a half.
And
Felt
yet
long though.
everything it didn't feel long. It was an hour
I
and a
thought
half.
it was a breeze, Phil.
I was like,
It was a breezy
I
short
had fun.
watch.
You know what? I thought all the action beats could have been pretty basic, but pretty run of the mill, but they weren't. I thought the opening sequence was great. Really put you in the moment there, and I wish we got more Bokeem Woodbine, but you know he didn't last.
he didn't make
Sarge didn't last
Maybe
very
y'all
long.
have a cigarette.
I thought he was pretty funny. He was pretty funny there.
Why'd they put the radio beacon on the church, boys? Because they're sons of bitches.
No, that's fun.
That was funny.
That's what I like, man. I'm a pleb. That's what I'm into, I guess.
That was pretty
I liked Pilo Asbeck as well. I just
Me
thought
too. I love
mean
him.
he was chewing on the scenery like you said.
Yeah, I knew exactly who he was. I know.
And he's
Pilo.
perfect for that, you know. He's you know, he does that in Game of Thrones too, you know, but really? He's what's his name? Greyjoy. You're on Greyjoy.
Right.
Anyways, I thought he had fun
Come on.
with it. And especially the you know what happens to his character. I love that visual. I mean, it was in the trailer, right? But I don't know. I just thought the practical effects in this film were so great, and they committed themselves to doing it all practical, which
Barry Romero?
I appreciate. Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Like Reanimator or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like that talking corpse woman? I was just like, that's
Crazy.
straight from like 80s zombie genre,
Yeah,
right? Straight homage.
and just walking through the lab and
Yeah.
seeing all these different experiments,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just love the vibe of it, and yeah, I think only Jovan Adepo was the lead guy. He played the lead character. I forget his Boyce.
Boys.
Boyce.
He like you said, he was great. I pretty much agree with everything you've said.
Yes! Phil, beat it, bud.
I'm sorry.
It's like
I'm
I get
sorry,
to
Phil.
come back, you don't.
Like I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is
You know if you
pretty
wanna
pretty
come back.
basic.
I thought it was gonna be more than I did have different expectations of what it was. I thought it was gonna be more horror. It turned out to be more
Action-y.
I didn't think
practical.
I didn't
It
have
just
that
looked
same
more
expectation.
from
Maybe
the
that
trailer.
helped
Maybe
for
it did.
me, but
The trailer was horror-y.
It was like, oh, then they find something, and then like that thing is trying to kill. Like,
But it
you
also-
get that sequence where like the guy gets grabbed and yanked in, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But
And, like,
It felt like Alien in that sense because it was like, holy fuck, the
I thought there was more action to it though, based on the trailer. But yeah, I just loved all the action sequences. I thought were just done so effectively, and I don't know. I just thought it was really well done. Like it could have been a straight B movie. Like literally could have been a B
not
movie.
well done.
Yeah.
Like, not a good...
The plot points, what you see there on the paper, I'm sure on the script
Yeah.
is a B movie.
That's what I'm saying with this Julius Avery guy.
Right.
Like,
But I
he
feel like
elevated it. I feel
the
like
look of the film, the
apparently
effects,
not.
just the execution, it just elevated it into something that was more exciting, more thrilling, and I don't know, I just had fun for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's a shame Switty wasn't here to see it. It's
Switty would
perfect
love
for
it.
him.
This is a swit
He would
flick
have turned that brain right off. He would have
and
fucking
been all in.
vaped.
But let's give our ratings and we can get into some spoiler talk. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna give it a light 4,
Thick too.
a tick 2.
Stupid tick, too.
Stupid.
You know what? This is tough. Teetering between...
Heavy 3, light
yeah.
4.
Yep.
It's tough.
You know what? I gotta go heavy 3 because it is
Pray
so
tell.
tropey. It certainly doesn't do anything new. It is very what it is, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it before, but I'll be damned if I didn't have a good time. Very fun time.
Fair. Well, fair warning if you haven't seen
Overlord.
We will be discussing some spoilers, so you've been warned.
Here we go.
Anything specifically you guys want to mention?
No. No. There's it. What's that?
No, I didn't say anything.
You kind of mentioned a few of the
changed your mind?
things.
No,
You don't love it now? From us
I've
talking
never loved it.
Oh, okay.
You'll never love again.
No, not that thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of already
Always
explained a
something.
lot of what happens.
Yeah.
With the whole body horror stuff, but essentially,
They didn't really get into what was under the church. Like they had a lab there. Actually, I'll bring there was a lot of religious imagery that, I guess, thinking about it, they're in a church, so there would be a lot of like crosses and stuff like that. And I thought they were going to bring more of that into it. That they then that would lend itself to the horror. Like, oh, we're in a church. There's these people. They've got they get so hot, and we gotta cook them and strap them down. Like I thought they were gonna get more religious with it, and they didn't go there. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Sometimes if it doesn't go off well, it just looks bad. But I was like, oh, are they gonna do that? And they just never talked about what that thing was under the church. They had a lab there that they were experimenting.
But it was that
it was
the thing that they were
goo?
distilling into that serum.
Yeah,
right.
but I don't
Which
know.
is kind of like a cure for wellness kind of thing. Right?
It did remind me of Cure for Wellness.
Right, but it's something that's under the church or under the town, some thing under the
Harvesting
ground.
this serum.
But they didn't fully explain that.
Yeah, I
don't
thought
think you need to. I didn't think they needed to, but
I thought they'd go more into it that they did. But
Yeah.
they're just kind of it's unobtainium.
There's a serum.
Yeah.
There's a serum that makes you a fucking zombie, that reanimates you.
Very 80s to just not explain that. To just...
Yeah, there's this
that's the
reanimated
Spooky
serum.
doctor.
that's the explanation.
Serum. Boom.
Yeah.
We got soldiers going in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
What's the serum? Zombie serum.
It's zombie
What are
serum.
you talking about?
Yeah. B-movie style. Baby.
When the church is exploding and he's
Come on.
running out of the base.
Great.
Yeah,
That was great.
excellent.
That was
Fucking
great.
Great shot.
Was that all practical? I don't understand.
I think the fire looked practical.
The fire
It looked
very
real.
practical.
I don't think they
very
crashed a real World War II church, but that looked a little obviously
CG,
CG.
right.
But the explosion itself looked very practical, right? And I loved the
Flamethrowers look practical too.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh my god, I almost forgot
They
that.
killed someone, yeah. They
They
roasted
burned
someone.
a couple people
Yeah.
alive. I
Yeah.
read. I love the bit sending the Nazi back on the motorcycle with the grenade in his mouth.
Right. We've seen
Again,
that
We've seen
a
it.
billion
But
times.
it's just
The
classic.
grenade in the mouth
though.
with the tape.
We've seen it.
What's that in? But I feel like there's a famous scene with that.
100%. It's in something. I can't think what it is. I can't think of it, but yeah.
Literally, I've seen that exact scene.
But that's what this movie is.
Don't take off the. Take it off, and it's like
A pin.
Yeah.
It's huh?
But the practical head exploding, love it. Just splatter.
Right.
Just paint splatter.
But just when that explosion happens, you see limbs flying,
Right.
like
thank
actual
you.
limbs flying.
Real-
You're like, oh shit.
Like the practical bodies all piled up behind them. The real flamethrower. Just such a nice touch rather than just some CG garbage fire or something.
Right.
And I like the whole final fight between Wyatt Russell and Pilo. Gets campy, almost superhero-esque when Pilo's got the crazy mouth, just going ape shit.
Full Harvey Dent.
Full Harvey Dent.
I love it.
Fucking Wyatt pulling himself off a meat hook.
Love that.
I mean, ouch.
I just dug the whole last third of the film. I thought was really great.
Yeah, when they really hit the fan, when they get into the tower and they have to plant it. It was like that Dirty Dozen style,
Right.
mission movie. Yeah.
I just found this I guess if you're saying first, second, third half, the second half an hour for me was just terrible.
Like
that
the middle
part.
The middle part where they're
In the house?
and then they're out of the house, and then he's got to
I'll-
get back to the house, and then they're like the Nazis are
Yeah,
there. And
I'll give you that.
I was just like,
The back
you
and
gotta blow
forth.
up the church.
Yeah.
And the guy that he like sucked the like meat thermometer out of, and then like put that to the side and like, come here, and then they like get him back to the house, and then like time passes, and then they got to go back to like assault the church, and he's like in clothes, he's like, I'm good, man. It's like, you just had a meat thermometer pulled out of you like an hour
I
ago,
definitely thought of that.
and
Yeah,
you're good to go. Like you're just
you're
like,
good?
ah.
I was waiting.
And
the
you
whole
look like
time.
you like showered and like shaved and like you look like clean and like you're ready.
I don't
to
think he'd ever
fight. I was
shaved in
like,
his life, but
Yeah.
he did look young, but it was like he looks like clean. Like
Yeah,
he just had
absolutely
this
right.
thing yanked out of him. Like
I thought for sure he was going to become a zombie or something. I was
yeah,
like, what the fuck? How is he okay after that?
yeah. Whatever.
But it's that kind of movie. Like, that kind of movie can be made well. You know? Like, we've seen this movie done so poorly so many times. Like, I just feel like you said it, the word execution. It was just executed perfectly.
At a higher level than typically seen. Right?
Yeah. The plebs should see it. And
Yeah,
the
check it out.
irony is they
If
won't.
it's if you
I
can
don't know. Our
see
theater
it.
was busy.
Was it? Yeah.
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 It was
Good.
busy. For like a
So-
Sunday at 11:20. It was like
People supporting an original
Well,
movie?
It was on Remembrance Day, so maybe that's.
Oh, the perfect way to honor the fallen soldiers. Wow, with Overlord. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for our review of Overlord. Phil, where can people find you?
Letterboxd. You can find me Wicked Swarmy or on Twitter at PhilJ_C.
That's good.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UprealAdam.
You can find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UprealScott. As well, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram as well at UprealLates. And if you do like this video, leave a like on it, leave a comment below in the comment section. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.
Break.